Welcome back, everybody. Let's have a look at Bitcoin and then we'll have a peep at Matic. So Bitcoin's collapsing just like we thought it was going to do. This chart you're looking at here is pretty messy, but basically we've been waiting for this area to be taken out, this 7,000 into the 6,000s. I've been saying that since this area back up, actually all the way back up here is where I began to think that was a possibility, around 11,200. When that bit got taken out, I was pretty sure that we were going to end up down into the 6,000s at some point. It looks like we've started to touch those areas now, and 6,000s for Bitcoin is a bit of a pivotal area really. It could form a really good reversal bounce from this area when we get to about 6,600, I'd say. If it doesn't bounce from 6,600, it's likely to continue down into the lower 5,000s basically, maybe even ending up, my bottom area is around 4,900. That's where I think it shouldn't get any lower than that. I mean, anything's possible, but that would be the absolute lowest I would expect us to fall down to. But you know, we're going to have to wait and see as we get down. I mean, like I say, I do expect to see a bounce around about 6,600, so we're not too far away from that, just $400 away from that. That could spark an actual reversal, but the problem I've got really is the death cross that we've got here. We do have a death cross incoming. That's probably going to be complete by tomorrow, if not tomorrow, in a couple of days, and that will then continue this downwards trend. So it depends how strong that bounce is. If the bounce is enough just to quickly reverse this death cross, which would have to be a pretty strong bounce. It'd have to get above the 200 EMA, which currently is around about 8,400. If we can't bounce above there, then yeah, the death cross will play out, and we'll be ending up in the 5,000s area, maybe, like I say, 4,900. The Bitcoin dominance hasn't completely become destroyed. I mean, it's actually up for the day, only for the moment, but it's actually at 68.59. If we can get a Bitcoin dominance below 66, then we're going to have a bit of an alt season. But that alt season will be tainted by the fact that most alts have had their heads kicked in. But of all the alts, one alt has remained strong, and that is our Matic token. So the Matic has, well, I mean, it peaked earlier on today, and now it's definitely coming down. I believe that Binance is having a bit of a server reset, so that's probably going to impact the price of Matic because it's not really heavily traded anywhere else. Binance is its main platform, so that will certainly impact this price. But where we're going to go from here, so it looks like to me, I mean, we've already got a golden cross on the Satoshi levels. I've not brought that chart up. I didn't really see the point of it, because Satoshis are going to increase just by default as we see Bitcoin fall down. Now the interesting thing is that with all the other coins, all the other altcoins have been falling with Bitcoin. Matic's actually done the opposite. In fact, when you look at the two charts look completely opposed to each other. We've got Bitcoin here where everything's bearish, got an incoming death cross, downward sloping all this way. We go back to Matic, what we see is, well, I mean, we do have a downward slope all the way, let's face it, but we've been accumulating now for quite a long time. It looks to me like we're ready to pop, and the fact is, because we've been accumulating at this level now since, well, we could call it since June. It's allowed the oscillators and moving averages to kind of reset to the point where we look like we're going to have an incoming golden cross. That golden cross looks like if we carry on at this level, and if we stay above 1.5%, we will have a golden cross, and that golden cross will basically push this up to the 2 cent mark. We'll be rejected, I'm sure, from 2 cent, but a golden cross is a golden cross, and that golden cross should eventually urge us to break that 2 cent area, and then hopefully that will turn to support. Then we will be trading in this tough range here. Definitely a fair bit of scalping to be had within this area, I would say. But the be all and end all is, it's going to be who breaks first, support or resistance, and that will be the make or break of Matic really. I do expect that these resistance will break, and it's this 2.7 cent area which will launch us into new highs over time. It's very difficult to put time limits on these sort of things because it depends on the market. If the market is up, then Matic will be turbo boosted. If the market is down or just sideways, Matic will just sort of not trickle up here. It will be pretty steady in a way, pretty fast, but it won't be you know, crazy parabolic. We don't really want parabolic moves from Matic anymore. What we want to see is steady, sustained growth, similar to the chart that you'd see on something like. Just trying to think of a decent chart, really. Binance coin back in the day, you know, earlier on this year, that was a pretty constructive chart. Something maybe like Chainlink, that'd be pretty good to see something like that. We don't want to see parabolic moves, because once something goes parabolic, there's a big cooling off period, which is exactly what you had here, and it's what you get after any parabolic move. Because what it basically is, when something goes parabolic, it's a lot of FOMO, and it basically makes the asset completely overvalued. And once that overvalued asset is recognised as overvalued, it just fades away. So that's what happened here. It happens to all coins at some point. So what we want to see is incremental steps up, similar to the way that we're looking here, but bigger over time, sort of doubling their size over time. Higher highs, lower highs. Sorry, higher highs, lower lows, and that'll be us. So like I say, the golden cross should form within a week, provided we stay above 1.5%. If 1.5% is taken out, unfortunately, the golden cross will be avoided or postponed until a later date. But at the moment, it looks pretty good to me. It looks like it could possibly make that golden cross, but like it's not happening immediately. It would happen over the next few days. Hopefully by next week it will have been complete, and then probably around this time next week we'll be urging our way to 2 cent and beyond. Anyway, I'm going to leave it with you there. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice evening. Take it easy.